Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy time zone, everybody. This is the Road to Dusk. You can call me Road, Dusk, anything that you would call a friend. I am a dream musher, so I focus on sleep, dreams, and the imagination to help create an environment where we can learn to be the better versions of ourselves. And apparently, I've been trying to, because apparently I noticed that my OBS had switched to something else for encoding my streams, so I tried to switch back to that. That one apparently crashed, so I'm trying a different one. So we'll see how this holds. But hi, really hope that everyone's doing well. I do want to give an announcement because there's something really special going on that some of you may know about. If you guys have kept up with the Twitter, you will know that there is an event going on of me having a YCH commission going on. It is super adorable. They have been selling like hotcakes right now, and I am incredibly surprised and also very humbled that people are excited about this. But I do also have something very special about that. So, for those that do not know, we do actually have something to prepare for, which is that we are going to have a giveaway when we hit 250 followers here on Twitch. So let me zoom this in a moment for you guys as we go over the rules for the giveaway. So, if you want to be eligible to enter, which means that there's going to be a lot of entries, you have to follow the Twitch channel here. Which means basically that everyone that follows it now is grandfathered in for the giveaway. To have more entries, you can either join the Discord, or you can sub to the Twitch. If you have not become part of the Discord already and want to do so to try and get an extra entry, feel free to do so. There's no monetary gain for joining the Discord or anything like that. Do note that, like my streams here, my community and my Discord server is 18+. We are an LGBTQIA Two-Spirit+, neurodivergent and disability safe space. So please keep that in mind. Oh, I am seeing that the encoding is not all the best right now. Great. That's going to be a problem. But yeah, as soon as we hit... Also, Dragon, need you out of the way. Move. There we go. As soon as we hit 250 followers here on Twitch, we will be doing the giveaway as soon as possible. There will be 3 commissions to give away, 1 per user. So, if you want to spread the word regarding the giveaway to try and get us up there to 250 followers as soon as possible, feel free to spread the word. As we are now going to get ready to draw. Here we go. And let me also turn on TTS. I hope that everyone's been doing well, by the way. Hold on, I'm checking stuff in my server actually for a moment. There is actually a question in the title. I know we've been talking a lot about like memories and moments and things like that in general. If you don't mind, send me a bit of a similar question. Favorite holiday memories? Passover is still going on right now. Easter Sunday and Easter Monday happened, so... Oh wait, the kilobytes per second is just internet stuff. Let me see if not having you on will make it a little more stable. Alright. Oof, all of my technology is going slow at the moment. I swear, if I need to get my tablet replaced as well, I'm gonna be livid. Come on, zoom out. There we go. That's a bit better. Let's get rid of the excess on this side. Also, I'm a bit away from my microphone, so please let me know if you need me to be a little louder. Caffeine with the first and then Zelda with the second. Which is ironic considering Zelda was the one that first commented. May need to actually
I forgot that it's a redeem and I've been away from my phone. I've been watching another chat talk about which forms of energy are best to use.
Ooh. I'm wondering why my internet is being so iffy tonight. Because, like, my kilobytes are very, very iffy. I might need to decrease the quality for tonight at least. Just because the frame rate keeps going absolute batshit. Oh, actually.
By the by, how's the cutie doing today?
I'm doing pretty alright. Work was honestly very calm tonight. And that is very surreal considering that place drives me fucking insane. But it was an incredibly calm, low energy day at work, which made coming to stream for tonight just really, really nice. Here we go. That's a lot better.
spooky text-to-speech noises while Road arts some more.
I am just focusing. I am focusing hardcore on this. Come on, program, work with me.
Quiet focusing noises. I want to at least copy this so that I can then do this, do that. Hi.
Machado, it's been a while. Hope you've been doing okay.
So which system mate are you drawing today?
This is Kagi. I was working on him last week for a little bit. Not last week. Recently. And I'm wanting to, like, finish him, like, as soon as I can. Because I think that would just be really neat. Especially given that if I'm able to finish him soon, like very soon, I know that for the karaoke stream, he would want to sing some stuff.
Fairy Faye, thank you so much for the follow.
Fairy Faye, nice to have you in. Thank you for the follow. For those that are just hopping in and seeing my stuff, very nice to see you. This is the Road to Dusk. You can call me Road, Dusk, anything that you would call a friend. I am a dream usherer, so I focus on sleep, dreams, and the imagination to help create an environment where we can learn to be the better versions of ourselves. I am currently drawing a member of my system, which for those that do not know, I am dissociative. I am part of a traumagenic system. Traumagenic meaning basically coming from trauma.
Hi, Zelda.
But while I am moving stuff around, we do actually have some stuff going on. Since, Faye, you popped in at a very nice time. Because there is a very special event going on.
Road is also an amazing person, wonderful streamer, talented artist, adorable bean, and a big cutie that's always nice to see.
I try to be. Also, sorry the quality keeps dipping. My internet's having issues tonight because of the humidity. Anyway, Faye, you came in at an amazing time because I am holding a giveaway coming up. When we hit 250 followers, we are going to do a giveaway. There will be 3 winners, 1 user. So there's going to be 3 free YCHs, 1 per user. And following my streams gives you an entry. You have to stay followed through the course of the giveaway in order to be considered for the entry. You can have optional additional entries by joining the Discord and or subbing to the Twitch here. You're not required to join the Discord or sub. Having even one entry by following is more than enough. Just there if you want to strengthen your chances. But when we hit 250, there will be spins that I plan to do live on the stream whenever we hit 250.
What if I'm already subbed?
If you're already subbed, your extra entries are already grandfathered in. Anyone that is already followed, anyone that is already in the Discord server, anyone that is already subbed to the Twitch is grandfathered in. Just by the time that we get to 250 followers, you have to have those, at the very least, you have to still be followed in order to be considered for the entry. If you do not follow me, but you still are in the Discord, that unfortunately, I would have to double check to see if I would want that to count. Because like the main thing that I have right now is followers on Twitch. If you follow on Twitch, you're good as gold, effectively. So if that's something that you're curious about, feel free to spread the word to get us to 250, and then we can spin to see who gets some cute little art. Do know also, when you're in my Discord server, you have 10 minutes to verify that you have read the rules. Otherwise, you will be booted by one of the bots that I have in the server to help curb like trolls and hate raids. So please be mindful of that.
Wish I was cool enough to join the Discord.
Zelda, we've been over this. Let me zoom in.
And we shall continue going over this for as long as I live. I'm sorry I missed everything you said after taking 10. My audio cut out.
No, all good. So when you hop in the Discord server, you have 10 minutes to basically verify that you've read the rules. Otherwise, I do have bots in my server that will temporarily kick you out. Those bots are there to curb trolls and hate raids and the sort.
Oh, gotcha.
Be it. Faye, really nice to have you over. Hope you've been doing well. What have you been up to lately?
How are you doing today, Faye? The day is almost over.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Was today stressful for you? Anything
How are
good
you,
that
Zelda?
happened?
Also road people keep lying to me about me being amazing, adorable, and cute.
Excuse me, you are. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Those aren't tea lies.
Exactly.
Big lies.
Tablet, work with me.
Oops, you spelled big truths wrong. Also ID say I'm well but the name is Zelda.
Zelda, you and your flippin' dad jokes. Oh, actually, I need to have this. Oh. Teddy! It's been a while! Hur mår du?
Pretty good at them for someone who isn't a dad and doesn't have one themselves.
Teddy, är bara bra?
Does Dusk do comms?
I do commissions, actually.
Joda held Oki like trot de jag van admit I natten.
Oh my
Very
god!
big truth, funny way to say
I
big lies.
love how TTS just butchered Swedish. It's that Yoda had. Ah, hold on. Give me a moment to get the coffee link, Ko-Fi link, or Ko-Fi derp link. Okay. Let's see. Yoda head okay. Lite. Oh, my tablet turned off.
Ads.
No. Let's see. Så Yoda helt okej. Lite trött. Let's see. Do jag. Let's see. Jag. Se vilken månad min namn. Ah. Well, I hope things get better for you. Considering also the fact that it's so late for you at night, dude.
Wait, are you Swedish?
No, I know like a little bit of Swedish because my oldest siblings, one of the partners of my oldest sibling, because they're polyamorous, lives in Sweden, and he's been trying to teach the both of us Swedish. So I'm trying to pick up on it. Frankly, there's a lot of languages that I want to learn and be fluent in.
My dumb self saw ads and thought I'd have to prepare myself for ads coming up.
Oh no!
He is not Swedish XD.
Yet no. I'm pretty sure, considering I probably butchered some of the some of the pitch accents on some of those words, Teddy can definitely tell that I'm not Swedish.
Oh, look, a tone indicator reminder message. What words? What is that?
Pitch accent is, and I can say this because, oh, this is my bread and butter. I went to college for this shit. Okay, so pitch accent is basically the change in stress in a word to change a word, or to change how the word is used and what it means. Think like in English when we say insult. We put the stress on the first syllable and it means the noun. It means an insult. But when we put the stress on the second syllable, or the pitch on the second word, insult, that is the verb. It's a similar thing in Swedish to where it's like, there's two main pitches, and it can change the meaning of a word, and it helps to distinguish homophones, or words that are pronounced the same but mean different things. So, like, say, I don't know if this is an actual word, Teddy, so correct me on this, but, like, you have förlåt, which means, like, sorry or forgive me or literally meaning, like, forgive in Swedish, but förlåt means something completely different.
Here as a reminder for Road that he is an amazing person, wonderful streamer, adorable bean, and a big cutie that is always nice to see. GSRS.
Thank you, Zelda.
I love this. I adore the passion in how you explained that dusk, but I was referring to the tone indicator message.
Oh!
Do you want me to come on to pronounce the difference XD?
Yeah, go for it. Like, if you would hop into one of the waiting room VCs, Teddy, and then I can pull you in. Also, it looks like...
And yes, I was waiting for you to finish your sentence before posting my message.
Well, thank you, Zelda. Also, give me a quick sec.
I love listening to other languages.
Yeah, just let me... Because I just realized that the text-to-speech is being registered for the captions.
I hate interrupting the homies.
All good. But yeah, Teddy, if you want to hop into one of the, like, guest streaming waiting rooms in my Discord server, hop in one of those and I can pull you in my little area.
If I realized sooner when I was younger, I would have become a linguist.
I mean, it's not too late to learn another language. It's just more difficult because the older that we get, we lose neuroplasticity is the word. Neuroplasticity is neuroelasticity is what I mean. Basically, we lose, our brains lose the ability to, like, be more elastic, be more spread and, like, stretched and just used to our fullest potential. Because it's more easier to do that when we're kids and we're learning about new stuff. When we're older, due to, like, just aging and whatnot, we lose that elasticity in our ability to learn. It makes learning things in our older years more difficult, but it doesn't make it impossible.
I lack the brain cells to learn new languages. Yet it's super unfortunate, and I'm like super old now, not SMRT enough anymore.
Faye, I am turning 25. I think you're okay. That's probably not that old compared to a lot of people in my group of friends, but goddamn it, age don't mean shit.
25-year-old. 25 Babo.
Nah, you want baby? You gotta look, you gotta talk to my fiance about that. he younger than me, like, by like 2 years.
Here I am calling you old, and I'm around your age, LOL.
Oh, here comes the friendo. Hey.
Hello.
Oh, hold on. My computer's being weird and I cannot hear you. There you go. say a thing.
Ba, 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 da, ba, da, bum, bum,
There you
bum.
go. Okay, so
Pango.
do you want to explain pitch accent in Swedish?
Do you think I have a brain at 4 a.m. in the morning? Fixing anything? I just came here to be. When you needed an example, I could actually give
Yeah,
word example difference, because you were talking about pronouncing on specific words,
yeah.
on specific parts of it, like förlåt och förlåt.
Explaining it in Swedish or explaining it in Swedish.
Giving a pronunciation difference. And I was just sitting here going like, have you even... are we even gonna talk about the fact of our fucking dialects?
I only know so much when it comes to like standard Swedish and like a little bit of like the Stockholm dialect, but not a whole lot of other dialects.
Yeah, Stockholm is dumb.
It's
because they believe they don't have a dialect. Some of them. They consider themselves speaking rikssvenska.
Oh, they think that they speak standard?
Yeah. But they don't. They certainly fucking do not.
But you want to give some examples? Like from what you know from like Stockholm Swedish?
Ja, för det första när man talar som en stockholmare, då talar man lite här uppe. Man låter lite som man är lite pretentious. Kind of.
Yeah, with how you did it, it definitely had like a bit of a snootiness to it. Also nasal. Very nasal.
Yeah, it's a little bit more nasal than where I grew up, which is the West Coast. Which is like, for example, the famous Gothenburg dialect. I'm not from Gothenburg, I'm north of Gothenburg.
Need to put my phone on its charger, so I want to be here to actually watch the stream, but I'll be here lurking while it does.
Rullar man lite mera, you roll a little bit more on your R's.
Yeah, yeah.
And you do a lot of pronunciation on the Ö. And
like it sounds like fuller.
Ö is.
Like sounds like fuller in your dialect compared to like Stockholm.
Yes. And then you have like where I lived until very recently, the West Coast. Not sorry, the East Coast. In Småland, which is another region of Sweden. Pretty much to comparison to counties or states.
Right.
But on a smaller scale. Oh yeah. For those that doesn't know, Sweden is cut up into counties, and then we have municipalities within those counties.
Oh wow.
So when I talk about, like, for example, if I would talk about the West Coast, I would most likely talk about the county Bohuslän or Orust or Halland. Other ones that would be considered in there would be the full region of Västra Götaland. But that also contains like areas like Borås um, which is like the furthest point from it.
Hmm.
But they would still be considered like West Coasters. Not real West Coast people, but they would be like they're on the west side of the country.
Fair.
But back to what I was about to say about the Småland dialect is that they do not use R. R is non-existent.
Like, what do you mean?
So, for example, the city Kalmar. A true Kalmarinian would say Kalmar. I am from Kalmar. Så jag talar och pratar. Nu pratar jag lite. Dialect is not fully correct because I'm not used to the dialect.
So, if it's in, like, the end of a word, they just don't pronounce it at all? Kind of like in British English, how they say car instead of car?
Yeah, similar to that.
Ah!
So, but it's NER. Like, for example, the word for spice, or, yeah, spice. Krydda. I went to the neighboring town of Kalmar, Växjö, and there I was asked if I wanted krydda on my fries. I was like, sorry, what did you say? I mean, you know, krydda. Du menar krydda? So, it's NER. R's does not exist.
Oh,
it's a very common thing over there that they can't really roll on their R's because it's so foreign in their dialect.
Oh, okay.
And then you have the dreaded Scania.
What makes it so dreaded?
Oh, because they're basically Danish. So,
I mean, I know a little bit of like Danish pronunciation, but could you try to describe some of the chaos of like Danish pronunciation and this dialect's pronunciation for those that don't know? Because like the only way that I struggle with at least talking about the differences in dialects because like Scandinavian languages aren't quite my thing. The best way that I can try and talk about stuff like that is like in Norwegian of like bokmål versus nynorsk.
Yeah, but that's not.
I know that that's a slightly different thing. That's more of like that's a diglossia.
Yeah. But yeah, so basically the combination of Scania is that it's a very similar to Danish, which is a much more grottal sound. Så jag ska tala ner från Skåne så tydligen jag lite som jag talar så här. I vissa delar. And it's so different as well because Scania is a very huge area, and you have some areas in Scania that's like these tiny little areas that no one fucking knows what they're saying, not even them.
Why does that make me think of like the whole...
My dad's side is Danish. I adore when my cousins come by and talk their language.
When people like make fun of like Scots.
Imagine that you have like Edinburgh,
yeah,
where everyone understands their dialect, Then you have fucking, oh god, what's this city called? The other big city up there.
Hmm. I don't know it at the top of my head.
I know this. I should know this.
Look it up. Look it up, coward.
Glasgow.
Oh, Glasgow!
Hey, are you from fucking Glasgow? I have no fucking clue what he's talking about.
We're talking about, like, I mentioned, like, how people make fun of, like, Scotch because of just how different it sounds dialect-wise compared to, like, standard English, and you were talking about a dialect in Swedish that has, like, a similar thing because it sounds so much like Danish.
Faye? I'm gonna insult your dad's entire side. But, a very important question. Are they from Jylland or Sjælland? Are they from the islands or are they from the mainland of Denmark?
Ooh.
Because that makes a massive difference if people can understand, Swedes can understand them or not. Because the Jylland, the mainland, their accent is so much thicker. It's like the people from Sjælland, their accent is similar to
Hey, dog
sorry.
man. Hope you've been doing well.
Scanian.
Oh?
Hey, Dogman. To the Scania dialect, especially if you're from Copenhagen, most Swedes can actually understand what you're saying, as much as they can understand the Scania. And I know this because I've been working with Danes for several years. Multiple Swedes and Swedes from all over the country has
I've been starving in
together,
a basement cage for a few
some of
months.
us
What's up?
We're able to talk with the Danes in our native tongues. But most of us couldn't.
Right.
Especially
Isn't there
those from
actually like a higher level of mutual intelligibility between Swedish and Norwegian?
Yes. Yes and no. So, here's the thing. Depending on how close you are to the border, it differs in the way you can understand.
Right.
The language. So, I, who grew up near the border, I don't have that much of a problem understanding southern Norwegian dialects. That doesn't mean that I always understand what they're saying.
Right, but there's a lot more like cognates that you're able to pick up on.
Yeah, it is a so English doesn't really have that small of a difference. But it's like Portuguese and
Portuguese and Spanish?
and Spanish, yeah. And then you have like Italian, which would be so or actually French maybe would be closer. I don't know if French or Italian would be closer because I'm not fully related on those, but I think possibly either Italian or French. You're gonna have to ask a French if they understand Spanish and Portuguese better than
Right.
Italian.
From what I remember, it's a lot it's a lot easier for Portuguese and Spanish speakers to understand each other, even in speaking, because they still have so many words that are similar to each other. With
du French bonjour je m'appelle chien.
With French, it's a lot more difficult because French has had so many sound changes. So, while it's a lot easier for Portuguese and Spanish speakers to understand French when it is written, it's much more difficult to understand it when it's spoken.
Yeah. And that's pretty much what... Well, most times you can't understand a fucking
I
thing
speak
in
French
Danish right
BTW.
anyway. No, I also have a very begrudging relationship with with the Danish language in general, because when I was studying to become a teacher, one main book of our education was in Danish, and this is university Danish.
Oh wow.
And the common Swede does not like university speech Swedish. So you could realize how much I fucking hated that book.
I can only imagine.
I actually got failed on the entire education because of that single book. So yeah, I have a personal grudge against the Danish language.
That's kind of understandable.
Yeah, so I can read both Norwegian and Danish. I have a harder time with Danish because I'm not as used to seeing it.
Right.
Reading it. But I can read it. Because it's still similar.
Right.
Norwegian is basically just weirdly phrased Swedish. It's kind of like reading a dyslexic sometimes. A dyslexic that tries to be old-timey, which is really funny.
Oh.
Because a lot of words they use sound really old-timey for a Swede, because they're similar to other Swedish words.
But those words in Swedish are like no longer used. They're kind of like archaic.
Yeah, like for example, the word for girl in Norwegian is jenta, and in Swedish it's flicka.
Right.
So and jenta just sounds like a very old-timey Swedish word, but that could also be because, you know, we had a tendency to fuck over the Norwegians and go like, no, you're part of our country now.
Yeah, because...
Have a German, Danish, Swede, Lithuanian, French, all talking native language in the same VC. I've experienced the painful comedy.
I stole your Arara.
Oh, DBS, gods damn it. Alright, I guess.
Oh.
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling, gotta make you understand.
That would be just the Swede, and also, how dare you spit? How dare you spit? Like, Swede! S-W-E-D-E.
Look,
And
English spelling is a clusterfuck that hasn't been updated for over 400 years, okay? Give him a break.
We are not allowed to have weed. Which, that's... Oh, I have such a grudge with that.
Eh?
I have a massive grudge that Sweden
Weed of
is
sea Swede.
anti-weed. Not
We've
because I
known
want to
each other
smoke
for
weed,
so long your heart has been aching but you're too shy.
but the fact that we have such a scare tactic against it, similar to your scare.
Yeah.
But the result of it is that we have speed. The drug speed.
Never gonna give
Oh,
you up, never
no.
gonna let you down, never gonna
we
run
have a
around and
massive
desert you,
epidemic
never
of
gonna
it.
make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
It's so hard to keep it illegal because of technicalities in the law.
Right.
Because you can't just outright ban all, because of the phrasing.
Right.
You can't just outright just ban all speed.
Yuck, a robot Rick
Because
roll.
it's technically it's a umbrella term for so many drugs.
Right.
That's just a small component differ to make it legal again, because it technically isn't the original drug anymore.
Right.
Speed. But it's still a speed drug.
Ooh-wee. Gotta love technicalities.
Yes, and I absolutely hate it because people talk about, oh, it's so bad. I'm like, no. Well, speed is. I'm talking about weed isn't bad.
Right.
In comparison.
Right.
And given that we have a massive culture of, like, we already have a system in place that would be so easy for us to open up and have government and regulated weed
Dispensaries?
yeah, stores, because we already
Oxygen
have
is
that
an
system
enhancement
for
drug
our
all athletes
alcohol.
use in training.
So it wouldn't take any stress at all.
No, I definitely get you with that, and I agree with that. Unfortunately, with
Dogman,
with
I'm still waiting for you to correct the way you spelled Swede. Because I'm still insulted that you decided to spell Danish instead of a Dane.
Can't make me.
And you never correctly spelled Swede.
While this feud is going on, DBS. Da-da-da.
Oh, you didn't see our until now.
Yeah, because you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh, just interrupt.
Stay blue Swede 3. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there
I'm
vomit
just
on his
having
sweater already, mom s spaghetti, his beard is weird beard, oatmeal beard, mom s spaghetti sweat. Love music.
Can I temporarily ban him?
No. Although, if you keep this up, DBS, I'm just going to turn off TTS.
Oh, I don't hear the TTS, so...
Wait, you haven't been able to hear TTS on my stream?
No, I have your stream up in case someone asks anything, but I have everything.
Okay.
You may turn off TDS, but you will have to read it in chat, lol.
Out of sight, out of mind. So if you pull this shit, I can just turn off TTS, and I don't gotta worry about shit.
Yeah, so this, even if you turn off TTS, I still gonna have the grudge with
He will
Dark
never
Man
have the satisfaction.
correctly spells it.
You say that, but it will always be there, you will have to look at some point, lol.
Who says that I have to look? I can look at someone else's talking in the chat and completely ignore your BS.
Jin actually has a very good point. You
If
will
you think that's
in
bad,
the end
Pango,
read it,
imagine what I
because
do to
that's
Mexicans.
our
H
brain.
ha ha h e h a ha ha h.
We can't ignore Dogman that much.
Yeah, but ADHD will never let that happen. LOL.
You underestimate my power, bitch.
Sorry, Dogman. I'm just asking you to correctly spell it. Not what you are torturing Mexicans over.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's an entirely different thing that I don't give a fudge about.
I will
That makes
not
me
correct it.
sound really, really evil. Well, in that case,
Say ha ha ha, say ha ha ha, say ha ha ha, say ha ha ha.
man.
Come on.
Well, actually, I'm just gonna call him Mandog.
Not. Alright, now I need to.
Sure.
It's official. Mandog is called Mandog.
Anyway, y'all talking about ZAZA.
Also, I like that I'm Pango to Mandog.
Yeah.
But where was it? Oh yeah. So what I was about to say
Like
to
illegal
that
or illegal
thing
stuff.
that got me
Pango Zamboni.
on this rant
Mm.
is that it would probably end up being Zamboni. Sure, Mandog. What the fuck does Zamboni mean?
I have. Jag vet inte.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can fuck with him. Vi kan ju bara tala svenska. Inte för att du skulle kunna hänga med när jag pratar svenska i och för sig.
You don't know what a Zamboni is.
För jag kan ju fortfarande ta... I could actually just go and take a northern dialect. Which is the only one you would probably follow.
Probably, because again, I know a lot more when it comes to like standard Swedish and a little bit of Stockholm.
Oh no, I'm talking... That's not northern.
Oh.
Jag talar som om jag är från där uppe.
I am a go back to drawing some juice.
Jag talar som jag är. I'm too tired for this. My brain is not doing justice to the dialect. Jag säger tre. Jag säger någonting långt.
I just heard thing chilling.
My dialect is not coming through properly. But I could do finlandssvenska.
Oh.
När jag talar som en finlandssvensk, då talar jag så här.
Yeah, it's a little brighter because like it's also influenced by like the vowel harmony in Finnish.
Ja, precis. Jag talar som Mark Levengood.
Pango, you're cutting out, I think.
Sveriges kramgodaste människa. Det är en riktig bögapojke det. And for those who doesn't know, bög is our word for gay.
Mm.
Oh, am I cutting out?
I mean, you're sounding
that's
fine
not
on
to
my
be
end.
Mandog. Yeah. Well, Mandog thinks I'm cutting out. Well, that's sucks to be you.
I jest.
I just. I understand it, you're just stationed. I think that's exactly. No, wait, we spell it with a Y, don't we?
Fooled you, but you are both incred. I be quiet. Leem, restart my thing. See if it's me.
How are we quiet? It may be that I haven't had you, like, loud enough. Can you say a thing?
No, I think it could be on Dogman's side, Mandog's side. Because Jin haven't. Also, I realized we never answered Jin's question.
No.
What is legal?
Oh,
Salsa.
when you were talking about the whole thing with, like, speed.
Oh yeah, speed. Yeah. I wish we had legal weed here. But we have like basically every drug is illegal except for alcohol. We tried to get alcohol banned. It didn't go over well, and then we figured out potatoes. It was like, huh, we can make alcohol out of potatoes. Potatoes are good. No.
Wait, get it? Wait.
What?
Well, why are you going Spanish?
Where it is? I'm not going Spanish, and Mandog doesn't understand languages, so I guess.
Hehehe, I don't know what I say. 3.
Well, hold on. Oh, let's just see.
Don't worry, Mandog. I can go really thick on Gothenburgian accent because that's the dialect there. Because it's a very funny one. Men du då, det är väl ändå ganska goa att rulla lite på det där och la borgarna. Det är ju fan det bästa som finns och alla heter ju Glenn här i Göteborg. And yes, no, of some reason, Gothenburg is one of the most friendliest dialects in Sweden.
Friendliest? What makes you say that?
Everyone likes it. So we have stereotypes on our dialect.
You're short, that is all.
Opal! I am just barely 5'5". If I am shorter than you, that means that I am...
Also, I mean, I don't know if I'm more pissed that your chat is slow.
I'm 5'8".
On the right side and the left side, because that just fucks with my brain.
Why? Oh.
Mandog, you're short, shut up.
Hold on, let me see if I can fix that.
No, it's just because I'm looking specifically at it.
Nope, I'm above the yeet limit.
And probably my computer is being slow on that. No, you're below the yeet limit. You're yeetable.
Nope, I'm above.
How tall are you, Teddy?
Oh, I'm just 6'3".
6'3", Jesus Christ, on a fucking bicycle.
Why are you fucking Jesus on a bicycle?
To make you ask questions, and it's clearly worked. So thank you for proving my point.
Madog, no, you're still tiny. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it makes you pissed. And I know this because people that are around 5.8 and hear that they are not tall get so pissed. Because also, this is a really
There we go.
funny thing about the region that I grew up with and the friends that I grew up with.
Right.
So I'm not
People
tall
who are 6 feet are abominations who should be hunted for sport.
because
Them's fighting words.
man dog, just because you can't chase us down because we are tall enough to just yeet you away, does make that a very dull sport. It's a very funny sport for us because, you
Y'all
know,
break a
we
leg
throw
running
you
away.
away. Well, that would ensue that we would be running away. Remember, you're so tiny that we just yeet you away. But yeah, and prove my point of Mandog being insulted here. But
My
what I was
keyboard
about
is
to say
hairy.
about, I don't
You.
consider myself tall. Well, Mandog, stop. You should have taxed your dog into your keyboard.
You mean taxidermy?
Yeah.
Also, I love how my closed caption, when you tried to say taxidermy, you said termidax, and it
Pepper
came
can't
out
even
like
English.
German tax.
Yes, German tax, dog.
Oh, Dogman, don't even. English is a fucked up language, okay? Again.
And also, it's the middle of the well, actually, it's
Nah.
early morning now.
Do you have
I
anything
haven't-
going on later tonight? Or today?
No.
Good, because I want to make sure that you're not fucking sleep deprived.
Oh, I'm probably just gonna go and sleep. I just couldn't sleep. I woke up like really thirsty, so I'm basically just drinking water right now.
Yeah.
And also, Mandog, technically, English is my third language. Since I understand understand Norwegian
Nice.
and some Danish, but I wouldn't call Danish a language.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Just
say that you
Gronald
understand
sounds.
that to a level of fluency.
No, it's just that Danish is just Gronald sounds. I wouldn't call Ooga Booga a language either. I'm just alienating
I speak
face
2 FR and Eng learned M at the
father's
same time.
side of the family. Yeah, so your second language is English. It is my third language, and on top of that I speak French. And a little bit of Spanish.
No
My
pew.
French is so rusty, so I wouldn't be able to call it that I speak it anymore.
Yeah,
It's
no, that's
not
fair.
my second. Neither is my French.
What Dogman is trying to say was that he learned English and French at the exact same time, so they are both his first languages. That is actually a phenomenon in linguistics. you can have multiple L1s or first languages.
Filth Americans.
You should, because the vast majority of us were not raised
We
with
twist and
multiple
shift
languages.
them around so much over here they fuse.
Yeah. You still don't have a national language.
No,
And still
because
have people who go like,
technically in the rules we do not have a that we do not have a fuck, I'm trying to figure out words are not working. We do not have an
native.
official national language, but a lot of people in the US, especially that are Anglo-centric and nationalist bullshits, go the whole we're in America, speak Americans. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. My only answer to
The
that
only
is,
rule in communication is being able to understand others
American are
and
we
being
talking
understood.
Like, yeah, because like there's so many
because
like
you're not talking
indigenous.
about English.
Yeah, there's also like so many indigenous languages. So it's like, if we're going to, what are we categorizing as American? If we're talking about like a quote unquote native, like, oh, you got to be native to the Americas. You got to speak American. Okay. Does that mean Shu? Does that mean Salaki?
No.
Does that mean Dine?
Navajo? I would go with Navajo. Because it's the only one I can pronounce properly. Also, would you go to Hawaii and say, we are in America,
Me?
speak English? And I'm like, bitch, please, you're in Hawaii. You should speak fucking Hawaiian then.
Mm-hmm.
Honolulu, man.
Which is also a lot of sad
That would've
irony
been
concerning the
so-
fact that the U.S. had forced annexation of Hawaii.
I hate that Hawaii can't just become their own state again.
Yeah, no, because unfortunately the U.S. has a rule basically saying no state is able to secede. Technically speaking, if people wanted to go against that, it would basically be an act of war.
Yeah.
I don't know my heritage language QWQ.
But they would be able to argue that they would. It's an occupation. That if they could force US to end their occupation of their land, it could go against override that law. But I mean, societally, they wouldn't be able to sustain themselves.
Yeah.
Because the
Namely, because unfortunately, the U.S. has forced Hawaii to be so dependent.
Yeah. And also, it's a lot of these, like, I like to look at, like, what if scenarios. And I find it so sad that if Hawaii would have been just Hawaii, it would have been a it wouldn't have been able to afford being its own country.
Yeah.
In the region, which is sad, because a lot of its exports were basically just created from the necessity to make a better deal.
Yeah.
But then again, the if in that is very weird.
Yeah.
Because it would be an entirely different culture than it is today.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point.
Because it would have been more Hawaiian culture. which I am so pissed that is such a tourist attraction
Mm-hmm.
with all the false tourism. Because I would love going there and experience like genuine Hawaiian culture.
I mean, there's some, from what I've heard, there's some areas that you can, but they are still
Hmm.
so few and far between. And again, they don't really get the money.
Yeah,
A lot of
because
people, when people like tour to Hawaii, they go for what they think Hawaii is, which is not actually Hawaii.
yeah, I follow a lot of interesting. Because as you know, I do a lot of role playing, and haha, man, dog, you don't know your heritage. Uh, sorry, just had to.
Cultures change
I
and
felt
some
I
things
needed
aren't
to.
viable at some point.
That I get what you mean with that, Dogman, but at the same time, when we're talking about indigenous cultures that have been
Oh no
forcefully
no.
assimilated by colonization, especially by the U.S. and ideas of manifest destiny, which
Even
yes were
animals
very
are
much a
forced top
thing,
change.
especially against Hawaii in the 1800s.
Nobody has a choice.
There's a difference between an evolutionary change and being forced by gunpoint to basically go convert or die. Please do not correlate the two.
Great example.
How
The
much
only
time would
reason
need to toe
Finnish
paw before inbreeding
the
becomes a
Sami
problem?
persevered and survived in Sweden is because Nazi Germany basically made it bad to continue doing what they did. In between, because they are a seafaring country, that isn't as much of a problem, Mandog. Because the entire Polynesian culture is doesn't have as much of that problem than other parts because they move so rapidly between the islands. And also, that's not what we're talking about. Because you can be from another area and move there. Like, for example, if I would get together with a Samic person, and for those who doesn't know, the Sami is our natives in Sweden.
Mm-hmm.
One of our native groups.
Yeah, they're
And
indigenous to both
if
Sweden and Finland, right?
Sweden, Finland, and Norway.
Oh, and Norway. Okay.
Yeah. Um, and just because I would, for example, date one of them, or if we would have children, doesn't mean that their culture would disappear. Because it's not tied to the culture is not tied to genetics. Do you understand what I mean, Mandog? It's a very difference between appropriating and destroying a culture over uh, over interracial marriages. Like, for example,
Unfortunately, a lot of people don't see it that way.
If I would marry a black girl, well, yeah, because that's a very American way to view it as well. You have to remember that, Mandog. It's a very American and colonistic perspective of it. Like for example, I know, uh, I know people who would be that have children with black people. Their kids are still black. Also, before any American thinks I'm being racist here in any capacity, in Europe, black people are called African Americans are called black people.
To clarify,
Stop
in the
talking
U.S.,
American Canadians be violent.
one Dogman, Teddy is coming from an understanding of primarily focusing on American issues, while Canadian and American Anglocentrism are incredibly similar, if not one to one, given our histories, especially in relation to violence against indigenous peoples. At the same time, again, Teddy is coming from a place of predominantly focusing on US history. It may relate to Canada.
No, no, I
Don't
know
think.
a lot of about Canadian. I'm talking about the continent of America.
And also, going back to what I was saying,
Yeah.
in at least the US, I don't know how BIPOC communities are in Canada, but there are some people that prefer going by the acronym BIPOC, some people that prefer African American, some that prefer the label black just with a capital B. It depends on person or person. Just gotta be mindful.
And what I'm also talking about is that we don't say European African, for example, or
Yeah.
like English African.
Mm.
They're just simply black, which which is just this simple statement,
Mm.
because we don't have the same level of slavery, slave trade relationship to it.
Mm.
We have several of our nations having a long history with it, but we also not had like slaves on the same regularity in because we don't have cotton or other plantational growths in Europe. And for example, from the Swedish perspective, we have an entirely different word for slaves, which is träl. We have the word Slav, which is just the modern word slave. But since during the Viking Age we had träl, which is another word for slave, which were the Norse equivalent of it, and that word is basically that it didn't have any perspective of color, because we had records of people from every color of the rainbow. We have knowledge about slaves of African descent found in records, which is also one of the weird things about saying records, quote unquote.
Mm.
We have other countries' mentions of it, because we don't have specific
You don't have a lot of stuff in writing.
yeah, we have an oral history. We are closer to what a lot of indigenous cultures have the issue of,
Mm.
where our history was never written down except from outsiders. Which is also why we have so many weird myths about Vikings. And some of our stories are so weird. For those that don't know, basically everything you know about Viking is written by Christians
Yeah.
and some Muslims.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it is things that come up.
Which I find that fact like especially so ironic considering there's a very particular racist anti-LGBT denomination of Asatru in the US called the Asatru Folk Assembly, and
Mhm.
they very much go absolutely hog wild on the racist BS of like also going off of like how Europe is being Islamified and shit like that, which is like, do they not know that like some of the very important records on some of the traditions on how Norse pagans and heathens fucking did our rituals? Like I say our because like I'm a modern pagan, but I definitely come from a place of not knowing as much compared to heathens in Scandinavia. But like still the irony of the fact that the AFA, the Also True Folk Assembly, is going off about the Islamification of Europe and the Islamification of the US and how we need to, like we as in like they need to keep to the folk and that bullshit, and they don't want to acknowledge that some of the important information of their own faith was written by a Muslim.
Yeah. Now, the entirety of that is so weird because one of our biggest things was to be in the Varangian Guard. Also, on top of that, the funniest thing about like why Vikings never became like a dominant culture was because we integrated into the local population and go like, we are you guys now.
Well, because also Viking was just an occupation. It was
Uh,
predominantly an occupation, at least to my knowledge. Like Viking, at least with what I know, it's like Viking is a very is the seafarers. While there's a lot of
um,
similarity for, but because like you,
yes and no.
yeah.
Vikings is a very specific thing that you do, which is like, uh, which is going on adventures
Hmm.
and traveling and raiding and all that jazz. But at the same time, the people that went raiding were also selling and stuff like that. So it wasn't all just one specific thing that you did when you went going Viking
Hmm.
on a Vikingatur.
Hmm.
Uh, so basically, what it means is you were a traveler on some capacity. Like our most, but what I mean is that most our cultures integrated into, like the Viking culture, integrated into forming the Rus, for example.
Oh. Okay.
That's Swedish Vikings that just sailed into Volga and just went like, yeah, fuck you. We are we just gonna integrate in here. It exists a massive society in Rus, core Russian region, that is descendants of Swedish Vikings because they moved there, and then you have then you have the Miklagård, which is Constantinople.
Mmm.
Because you became a Varangian adventurer by joining up with the Varangian Guard, and that's where the famous Muslim got in contact with Vikings and traveled and viewed Viking culture. He came through the Rus, up through the Volga into Sweden and so many other places. And that's also a thing. Sweden wasn't a thing until Birger Brusa. Which is a reference that I do when I stream Valheim, because I named my character Birger Brusa.
Nice.
Which I am actually related to.
Ooh. Okay, that's cool.
Yes. It is very fun. But yeah, basically, the concept of Sweden didn't really exist until well, the region Sweden was a thing, but at the time we have the Geats, and we have the West Geats. This is not a Goth, because we call them Jötar, which translates to English to Geats.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So, and the Geats were basically the West Geats and East Geats, and then you had the region around Stockholm being their own group. Currently, I have a brain fart on that, and then you have Gotland, which is also their own region, and were their own kingdom, petty kingdom, or whatever you want to, tribe.
Yeah.
Long into I don't remember when they officially became part of Sweden, or if they became a part of Denmark first.
I mean, obviously the Kalmar Union fucked things up.
Yeah. That's where, at the end of the Kalmar Union, you have the forming of the modern Sweden under Gustav Vasa. But the concept of Sweden existed before that.
Ah, okay.
As I said, with Birger Brusa, who's known as Birger Jarl, because that was his title, Jarl.
Oh, okay.
So he's mostly known as Birger Jarl. But his name is Birger Brusa. But that's the thing with the thing about Sweden. Sweden wasn't a thing until properly a thing until you had Gustav Vasa forming Sweden. Because before that we were Sweden, but it wasn't as unified as Sweden.
Right.
And even under Gustav Vasa, we weren't formed as Sweden. Because you have like important individuals like Engelbrecht, the older and the younger,
Right.
who were fighting against the Kalmar Union.
Oh.
You have Lofbrok, Björn Ironside, for example.
Mm-hmm.
He's also one of those that formed Sweden, kind of.
Right.
But as I said, we are not talking about Sweden as Sweden until like Sweden was Sweden even before Gustav Vasa,
Right.
but the modern Sweden wasn't until Gustav Vasa.
Right. Also, Florg, nice to have you in chat. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, Flarg. Welcome to our history rant.
I personally love tangents like this, honestly.
Yes. But this is also a fun fact, because Sweden was a thing before Denmark, but Denmark was also a thing before Sweden.
Sit.
And then you have Norway just being there, going like, yeah, I'm the grandpa over here. But this is the thing with our oral history. It has changed so much on when stuff... Well, it exists a linear form, but it's so... Like, for example, Sweden has broken up multiple times. Even if, like, the region Sweden or the country Sweden were a thing for longer than Sweden recognizes it as Sweden. And that's why I mean with modern Sweden. Because I don't know if I know anyone that would disagree with Sweden not really being Sweden until Gustav Vasa. Which doesn't mean that Sweden didn't exist before it. Because clearly Sweden did exist before it, because Birger Jarl formed Sweden, basically. In our thing. Which is also really fun laws. Sweden has some weird ass laws.
You want to go through some of them?
One of my favorites is that if a jester should have to go to court on anything, for them to prove that they are right, they had to hold on to a larded up pig's tail for a certain amount of minutes or a certain amount of time, or they would automatically, and if they couldn't hold on to it, they would automatically lose.
Oh.
The court.
Ow.
Also, I love the fact that in Swedish, old Swedish lawmaking, it was better to kill a small landing than kill another geet. You got different punishments for it. And also, a more recent law that I love is that technically, if you are nobility, you're allowed to have a sword. But you're not allowed to carry it on your person. You have to have a squire carrying a sword. The squire, on the other hand, does not have the right to bear the sword because of the knife laws in Sweden. mind you, all of these laws are still technically active laws.
So what are like any swords that like the monarchy in Sweden has just ceremonial?
No, they're royalty. They're not nobility.
Oh.
Also, they would probably use. I don't think they even have a sword on their person.
The base color of the
Because
skirt.
because we are a nation of peace. We don't have a lot of those kinds of regalia.
Ah, okay.
We have a very modern. We have a very modern.
Pacifistic?
Yeah, I guess pacifistic would work as well. We don't have a lot of those regalias culturally because we haven't had them on our kings for like a couple of 100 years. Remember, we have been in peace for the past 200 years. So our current king, I don't know if I ever seen him have a sword on him if it's not specifically a military parade.
Okay.
But since military parades specifically are for him in that case, I don't think I've seen it even on him on those occasions. Because all our celebrations and stuff are in civil perspectives.
Right.
So they're never supposed to have any thing like that. So I assume you have to remember, Sweden is a very practical country. We're not like the English, who has tons of weird ass traditions. We have weird ass traditions, but ours is like working class. We are socialists in Sweden.
Yeah.
Even if we're no longer as socialist, but we're still pretty much straight up socialists.
Yeah.
Especially in U.S. terms, which is the weirdest. Oh, this is the biggest pet peeve I have with
U.S.
Americans.
politics, it's like what is considered left wing in the U.S. is literally like world economically, like world politically speaking, is more centrist.
Yeah. It is such a weird perspective. But the biggest rant I have about it is that Sweden is only socialist when you talk about their taxes. Oh, we are a horrible country. We are so socialist. We pay so much in taxes. Ooh,
Yo, man, like that goes into like
but
helping with like universal health care and.
Oh yeah, no. In those cases, we're not socialist. No. You can't be socialist and have a functioning country. Then you're a capitalist. This is the thing. Every time America brings up a bad socialist country, they look to like
Russia or China.
No, not even that. They go like Honduras or Venezuela and stuff like that. And then we go like, yeah, but Sweden, Norway, and Denmark and Finland are socialist countries. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they have a market. Yeah, socialism doesn't stop you from having a market. Be back in a sec.
Yeah, all good. I really hope that everyone's been doing well and been enjoying like the tangents that we've been going off with Teddy Pangolin. While he's out, actually, I want to shout him out. Go give him some support if you haven't already. While that's going on, I'm going to continue to try and...
Oh, thank you for the shout out.
Yeah.
I was actually having really fun with Monkey's
Monkey's uncle?
Yeah, we were playing Battlestar Galactica for almost 3 hours.
Damn.
We got so goddamn beaten up by the AI. We won one fight against the AI. Otherwise, we just got destroyed. And it was really funny as well. So,
as long as you guys were able to have fun.
Yes. Did you, by the way, get that game? I think I sent you.
Yeah, you did send me the link for it. I haven't had time to download it or check it out because I've been having YCH commissions coming in.
Yeah. No, it was free to grab for a limited amount of time.
Yeah, I think probably until... It's probably ended by now.
Yes. No, I'm not gonna eat that chocolate. I know that chocolate tastes horrible. So, I'm really pissed. I bought chocolate. And chocolate wasn't supposed to be bad.
Right.
Well, that's an understatement. The chocolate was bad. It was the cheap, bad chocolate.
Like cheaper than Hershey's?
No, probably like Hershey's.
Oh, damn.
And in Sweden, that's like really shitty chocolate. By our standards.
Right.
Like, if anyone wants to try Swedish chocolate, just go to IKEA and buy a bar of Marabou. Because that's the most Swedish chocolate. And you will understand what I'm talking about. That's what we call like chocolate. And then you have fancy chocolate, which is like Belgian chocolate.
Oh, those were so fucking good, though.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when my now ex, they took a trip to Germany and Belgium for a high school thing because they were a little bougie. And when they came back, they brought me some chocolates from Belgium. It was so fucking good. It has been like 7 years. And I want... No, more than that. It's probably a decade now. I want that shit again.
Yeah.
So bad.
Yeah. I have the benefit of living in Europe. I can just go to the store.
Give me some.
If I get enough, if everything goes well with my job that I'm recently starting, maybe I should be able to.
Fingers crossed.
Because that would put me on. If I get everything done as in getting that job fully. And since I also got hinted on that they are having a person leave library part that they want me to work at, I might actually get a lot of hours and almost take up an entire position.
Oh, dang.
Which, if everything there goes correctly, I will finally have some extra. I will finally have a disposable income
Woo!
on a larger scale. Which means I can do stuff like that, because I want to send Swedish candy to people. I want to sing Djungelvrål. and
Do
see
it.
people
Do it, coward.
fear. Are you calling me a coward for sending you Djungelvrål?
I'm calling you a coward for not sending them sooner.
Well, fuck you. Only reason I haven't sent stuff earlier is because I'm fucking broke.
That's...
Insensitive bitch. But that's the thing I wanna. It's a few streamers I really wanna send it to. Because I have. When you don't have any information when the ad starts, and you
Well, gotta
all
go
of a
head is
sudden
hurting.
your screen goes to a very beautiful female, black female, in the middle of. Oh no, your head is hurting, Flarg.
Have a good one, Flarg.
Oh.
Hopefully the headache isn't too severe.
I wish I could show you some of these commercials that we have. Because I just had a for recycling your Coca-Cola cans and stuff.
Right.
Because in Sweden you like have a pet price, so you pay a little bit extra and then you get that back when you recycle that.
Yeah, there are some states in the U.S. that do that, like Oregon.
And ours is called, because in Swedish that's called panta. And it's such a old thing.
Oh, really? It's like a long-time custom?
Yeah, it's a very long. The commercials are long.
Good.
It's a very long. Well, we have had it for a very, very long time in general. This is not a modern. Well, it's a modern thing because, plastic is a modern thing.
Right. But the concept is not. Just the use of it today is a new iteration of it.
Ish. But what I mean with the commercials is such an old staple in Sweden for it. Because it's like, it has been like the same thing since like the 90s.
Oh.
The commercials have changed, and oh my god, they are fucking Pantamera has the best fucking commercials. And they're so goddamn fun. Currently, it's a commercial of a part, my brain is having a brain fart.
Quick, get a dictionary.
I should know this. Okay. caravan. A caravan.
Oh, okay.
And it's a rave inside of to the Pantamera song. Where it's like Pantamera, du måste Pantamera.
Okay.
And this song has had so many iterations. We had a version of it going through Brazilian carnival style.
Oh, okay.
So you know, the fancy headdresses and all that jazz.
Right.
To Pantamera. This song.
Right. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, these are things that happen so often, and you're like, huh? Fuck are you coming up with new ideas on this? Honestly, my absolute favorite Swedish commercials are wild sometimes.
I mean, I've heard crazy shit about Japanese commercials.
Oh yeah, Japanese commercials are weird. Some of the old Swedish ones are weird. For example, we had a one of our most beloved commercials was for a headache pill, a pain relief pill called Ipren. And it was a short man dressed as a pill singing a song about how good the pill was. And he legit walked up to people's places and go, Ipren, the intelligenta värktabletten. And the fact that I still know that part of the song.
It's an
shows
earworm.
Yes. The other one we have is polio. One of our companies for insurance companies.
Okay.
Which was just people stuck in different situations, like stuck in like a kid's ride and stuff, for example.
Okay.
And people would just walk up to them, like people. It's just generally people in need, like daily need.
Right.
And they would just go, "Do you need help?" And the person will answer, "Yes, ring polio. Call polio." And they just walk off. Not helping the bastard.
Yeah, that's not quite helping.
But it was such a staple of it. Because that was the entire commercial. And then it came up like the information about it. Go like, you can call this number for it. Yay! But as I said, The people would just walk off from the person who needed help, and the person still looked like, you motherfucker!
It's like, excuse me? Naughty the fuck?
Why the fuck aren't you helping me? You absolute prick. Oh, so much fun. So much stupidity. But yeah, that's... That is the wonder of the stupidity.
Nice.
But my sleepiness is hitting me now.
Yeah, I can hear it. You should go to sleep.
Yes, I will go back to sleep now when it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, that's your fault.
Can't really argue against it. I will say it was not my option. My ideal planning.
It is what it is. As long as you are able to get some rest.
Yes, I did have some rest before that.
Fair.
But now I will be arrested.
Fair enough.
In my sleep. No.
Have a good night.
Good night.
Okay. You just hugged yourself. Hold on.
Oh.
There we go. Now I give a hug to you. I really hope that everyone's been doing well tonight, by the way. I'm actually surprised with how much progress that we've been getting through with working on Kagi's Life 2D model here. I'm honestly looking forward to finishing him up, rigging him, especially for the streams where he's able to like play stuff, because he's wanted to be on stream for a bit. Just gotta do the outline. Gotta get rid of the dust that's in the corners here. There we go. And then I'll at least like get the shading and coloring down on the gloves before I change the actual color, because I have an idea on what the color should be. But I want to keep all these. I'm trying to like get how the colors are going to be laid out first, or at least like the shading will be laid out before I change the color. Also, Teddy, go sleep. The bonk is only designated for lewd. I have done nothing lewd. Haha.
What is change the channel?
Change the channel is basically, if you want me to, I will change from drawing to either playing a game or like a try not to laugh, whatever that is of your choosing that I think that my computer can handle. I would advise against it right now, Teddy, because I don't know how much my laptop can take at the moment. I'm currently on my spare laptop to stream, because my tower is not working properly. The motherboard is dying very quickly, and so I'm waiting for the parts to replace it. So I do not know the limits of my laptop, and I would rather not push them and risk not being able to stream at all while I'm still waiting for the parts to come in for my tower.
I gonna redeem it.
Don't. I don't think that I would seriously advise not doing it. I will let you know when the tower is fixed.
Another time.
Yeah. I was about to say, I'll let you know when the tower is fixed and we can start pushing the boundaries of my tower. I don't want to push the boundaries of my laptop. For no.
Also, I need to reach 15k points as well.
Ah, fair. It sounded. I thought you were actually already there. Okay, now.
That was the plan to make you fear me.
Well, it worked. And the arms feel way too long.
My phone is fully charged, so now I'm back.
Yay! Welcome back. The arms feel way too long.
Zelda. What is this about needing points?
Zelda, Teddy was asking about the change the channel redeem, which I am explicitly saying right now, don't redeem it right now, please and thank you, because I don't want to push the limits of my laptop. I don't know what my laptop can handle, and right now, especially with the internet being iffy right now, and the fact that we had a crash during the countdown, I don't think that it would be wise to try and go, oh, what does this button do?
You mean the thing I can redeem 5 times over?
God damn it, Zelda! How? How? How the fuck?
We will make road fear us.
Just need to double check that, like, just little bits actually look good.
How? Because I like you enough to watch your streams and lurk all of the time.
Well, thank you, Zelda. Seriously. Okay. I actually like the color of the gloves for that, so I want to use that for the boots. Though probably we'll do them a little darker for the official.
Who knows, maybe you'll be one of the channels I reach 100k channel points in.
Oh goodness, that will be that will be so surreal. Although I would figure that you're already close to that for like Lance or Saya. Get rid of the dust. There we go.
Despite the fact I use a lot of redeems, I still got a lot of points since I watch you rarely due to time zones.
Yeah. No, that's fair, Teddy. Because, yeah, when I'm up doing stuff, it is very early morning for you. And usually when you are streaming, I am asleep because I am very much a night owl. What is this on the corner?
Lance, you mean the first person I stuck around since coming back to Twitch, the man who I've gathered over 200k channel points for.
Woo wee! Yep, that Lance. Where is...
Most of the time it is middle of the night when you start.
Yeah. Yeah, on Sundays I start a little earlier. Like 2 hours earlier than what I normally do. Come on, where is this extra? There's specks of dust here, and I cannot find the fucking...
Hearing you say that made me worry that today was already Sunday.
No. No, and Sunday, whether we're able to fix the tower or not, should be karaoke. So, if you guys are curious about that, please stick around, and especially if you have any song requests. Really, I clicked on this so many fucking times. There we go.
I'm curious about a lot of things. Are ya winning, son?
Lexi! I mean, I'm trying to. My tablet's giving me issues because I feel it overheating in my fucking hand. But I really hope that you've been doing well, hun.
Doing better. Don't worry, I will have dropped a body in the ground by Sunday.
Doing better? That's good. I'm really glad about that, Lexi. I really hope that things continue on the up and up.
Speaking of curious, I'm curious about whether or not Lexi knows that she is an amazing person, wonderful streamer, adorable bean, and a mega cutie that is always nice to see. Lexi. Thank you, Zelda. Much love, everyone.
Yee!
Always happy to compliment the queen.
Yes. Whose birthday was recently. Like, very, very recently.
Oh, speaking of that, what are your plans for your birthday this weekend?
No idea, because my fiance Top Hat has things planned, and he's trying to keep everything a surprise.
Birthday.
I do. Yeah, my birthday's on the 14th. I'm turning 25. I do know that I'm going to have friends over on the 15th to spend time, and I'm actually going to have a 4-day weekend off of work, so I will have the 14th.
BBY, you are baby. Happy early birthday.
Thank you, Zelda.
Such a tiny.
Yes, yes, pity me in my youth.
Imagine being so young. I will retire before you.
In the American economy, do you think
Definitely
I would even be
not saying that while being younger than Road.
Teddy, I say this in the most dark humor possible. I live in the US. Do you really think that I would even be able to retire?
Okie, I will expire before you.
That's more like it.
Road's skeleton will be working in the grave trying to pay off his debts.
Exactly. That's what I needed.
Also might have to add your birthday to my calendar so that I don't forget.
Ah! Only if you want to.
I will be dropping a body in the ground on your birthday so I remember.
I am not sure if you're
Well,
just
I've
being...
already added Lance S and Lexi S. Gotta remember all the birthdays of my homies.
Okay, now to figure out a color of... Now to figure out a color of his pants.
Speaking of while my birthday isn't this month, I too was born on the 14th of a month.
Ooh, nice. I find it so interesting.
Pink.
I was trying to... My brain is now all over the place. I find it ironic how my birthday is the day that the Titanic hit the iceberg.
The Zelda player 99 me too.
Dang! The
And when
14th?
Lincoln got shot.
Oh, wow. Wait, legit? He got shot on April 14th? What? I don't remember this. Then again, America doesn't like to actually teach American youth
Lincoln
our
got shot
history.
on the 14th and died the 15th.
The U.S. never likes to actually teach people their own fucking history, so I'm not surprised that I don't remember that. There's legit some states that don't teach us the civil rights movement.
Titanic struck the iceberg on the 14th and sank in the early hours of the 15th.
Yep. Oh, I need to...
Heblo short person. Who gives a fudge when Lincoln got murdered?
How's it going, Opal? Or
Yes,
who's
I
up?
did actually leave earlier for the joke XD. While not quite a history nerd, I do enjoy learning about the Titanic and Lincoln and specific parts of World War II.
No, that's totally fair. I used to go absolutely crazy for like history and stuff related to primarily the Romanovs and the Bolshevik massacre. Like the Bolshevik Revolution and the Romanov massacre and things like that.
We don't teach about when America murdered Olof Palme.
Nope.
I suppose I'm so interested in WW2 because I had a relative that was lost in the Pacific.
Oh.
Sub was depth charged off the coast of Japan.
Oh, wow.
But yet is me opal usually unless specified otherwise.
Yee! No, that's fair.
Both my grandparents served during WW2.
Oh, wow. I don't know if I have any relatives that served in World War II, and frankly, considering
My
I
have to
don't.
head off. Anxiety is acting up Sorat.
Oh,
In Sweden.
not a problem, Opal. You take care of yourself.
Mist 717, take care.
Oh, here we go. Alright, now to add the flat color on the other side, then we begin the shading. Which we mimic by seeing oh, come on.
My grandpa got the fright of his life when he was at the High Guard darkest part of the patrol when US accidentally entered our airspace during WW2.
Oh no. That must have been really bad. That must have been a massive scare. Okay. Sorry, brain is all over the place right now.
All of Göteborg harbor was lit up by all the guns going off.
Oh wow. Ooh wee, I can only imagine.
Just now thinking about it, I guess hearing about my relative serving on a submarine helped spark my interest in warships.
Maybe.
Sweden, the country who killed people on all sides and then pretend we didn't do shit in WW2.
Oof. Oh. Yeah, let's
Fun weird
bring-
fact, if I'm not misremembering, we killed more Soviet airplanes than Germans.
Oh, wow.
Don't know if you'd mind, but I'm gonna send you something, Road.
Go for it.
We did shot down Americans too.
Oh, wow. Alright, actually, I may need to heighten the crotch.
We like our neutral airspace.
Okay. Let's see how that looks. It's better. Oh. Let me see if, like, bringing the arm there. Yeah, bringing it up a little bit actually helped, at least to me. Oh, now I think I see. Because now the legs feel way too weird. What is this? Not my fucking business. Okay. Let's crunch you down. Then
Got hungry earlier, so I grabbed a leftover slice of red velvet cake, but after a few bites I don't feel like eating it anymore.
oh, gotta love when that happens. Make sure that that is level on both sides. Let me see how he is without the skirt. No, his proportions look okay now. It's just also with the skirt of the coat, it's looking a little lopsided. Let's see how he is with. Let's just saturate them a little bit more. Maybe bring a little more of a red. I think that's good. There's something that's still a little off when it comes to his lower body, but I'll try and get that fixed sometime in the future. But now, considering
Guys,
this
you're
is
never
what-
gonna believe this.
this is what most people will see when he's around, so he looks nice in that regard. But what's up, Zelda?
You're all a bunch of cuties.
Well, thank you. It takes cute to know cute. So now, I need to actually work on the parts of his mouth so that they are articulatable.
Fascinating considering that I'm not cute.
Excuse me? Yes, you are. I can merge these.
You're excused, and no, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Okay,
No.
coat, skirt, back. I gotta go through with naming all these. Not gonna be able to get a good breathing animation with this, am I? Not unless I like really accentuate like his pecs. Or have him breathe through his shoulders, but that may not be.
Hello.
Oh. How's it going? Golders and... Was it Golders and Dragon? I assume that's how you pronounce it? Nice to meet you. I assume that you are new.
Sin is okay.
Oh, Sin? Okay. Well, nice to meet you, Sin. Nice to have you over. For you and other folks that may not know me, this is the Road to Dusk. You can call me Road, Dusk, anything that you would call a friend. I am a dream usherer, so I focus on sleep, dreams, and the imagination to help create an environment where we can learn to be the better versions of ourselves. I am currently...
I am kinda new. I'm in the Discord. I'm just not active much, lol.
Ah, that's fair. Wait a minute. I know someone's been like talking a lot in the Discord. Is it Zara? Did you just like lose access to like your normal?
No.
Okay. You just have an alt account, I
I'm
guess.
the Blossom Duchy.
Oh! Yeah, I haven't seen you. I haven't talked with you in a good while. Hope you've been doing well.
Haha.
Yeah, and good timing that you want to talk for a bit because we have a special event going on. Recently, I released a YCH or Your Character Here commission, and I'm going to be having a giveaway for 3 YCHs when when my Twitch channel hits 250 followers. Everyone that follows gets an entry, and you're able to get multiple entries by being part of the Discord and subbing to the Twitch. Both of those, like being in the Discord and subbing to the Twitch, being optional. If you want to spread the word, get us to 250 followers quicker so that we can do the draw faster, feel free to do so.
That is so cool.
E.
I'll definitely help out.
E. Now I'm trying to think, what else do I need to do? Well, outside of separating his eyes and everything so that everything can be separately riggable. But before I do that, I actually okay. Actually, let's get rid of the dust there. Okay. So now, this fucker's got a big mouth, because he's a big boy.
What we drawing?
We're currently drawing one of the members of my system, because he's been wanting to like stream, sometimes as well. So this is Kagi. We do actually have some models for some Life 2D models for others that are in the system, namely Imogen, Anastasius, and Ren, who Ren has actually been on stream once recently. If you guys want to see that, because the VOD has since been archived and has been lost on Twitch, feel free to check out the official YouTube, or... There we go.
That's awesome. I enjoy learning about other systems.
Yee! Alright, and now to at least have a base on like the upper lip. Don't need to go super crazy.
What system do you use for your PNG model?
For my PNG model, I use Fujitech, which is a website. So it allows me to be able to hop into like a Discord voice chat, and then it shows my PNG model. For Live 2D, while there is the free program PRPR Live, I tend to prioritize using VTube Studio. As for drawing, I'm currently using the program Procreate, which definitely has its ups and downs. Big pro being that just being able to like draw on the go has been really awesome and really helpful for me. Massive con, though, being that several cons. One, my iPad, which is a 2018 model, gets overheated very easily and struggles with when I try and do like...
I use Fire Alpaca for my art stuffs. I have heard good things about Procreate though.
Fire Alpaca is pretty alright. That was one of the first programs that I messed with when I wanted to get away from Adobe. If not for the bullshit of them recently going to basically mimicking Adobe, I would have recommended Clip Studio. But they decided to be assholes.
Oof, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Another free drawing program is actually Krita. Krita, if you want to mess with that. Now I need to work on the teeth. Actually, before I go too far with the teeth, let's actually make the top lip of the mouth at least larger, so that I have more room for the, well, for words in my fucking brain to work, but for the inner mouth and the teeth and everything. bottom lip, or the bottom teeth. No, because that needs to be more... Actually...
Does Krita work on Surface Pro?
Not that I know of, no.
I'll have to try it out.
Okay, that goes for at least... Come on. Don't need the teeth poking out from underneath.
When the lines don't want to line correctly, lol.
Exactly.
The struggle is real.
But we are getting close to done.
Hoo.
Just need to now work on the inside of the mouth. Actually, that gives me a good way to judge where I can
TTV Yukai Akuma, thank you so much for the follow.
TTV Yokai Akuma, thanks so much for the follow. It's funny how you've done so, because we are going to be having a giveaway when we hit 250 followers. I've been having a YCH commission going on for the past few days. You can check out my Twitter and also my Ko-fi for details on that. And when we hit 250 followers, there's going to be 3 free YCHs. If you want to have multiple entries, you are more than open to join the Discord server or to subscribe to the Twitter. Or not the Twitter, but the Twitch. Do know that when you hop in the Discord server, you have 10 minutes to verify that you have read the rules. Otherwise, you will be temporarily booted by one of the bots that's in the server to help curb like hate raids and trolls and the such. For those that do not know me that are hopping in, this is the Road to Desk. You can call me Road, Desk, anything that you would call a friend. I am a dream usher, so I focus on sleep, dreams, and the imagination to help create an environment where we can learn to be the better versions of ourselves. I'm currently drawing a member of my system because I have a dissociative disorder and am part of a traumagenic system. And on top of that, I normally play games as well, but my my computer tower, does not want to work all that well right now because the motherboard is dying. So having to wait to get some new parts on that. But when that is fixed, we will be getting back to doing some gaming. And hopefully also some VR stuff again. Until then, we're stuck doing some art. But if any of that sounds of interest to you, please feel free to stick around. I would very much appreciate the company. This is looking more and more like, and you're peeking into like a model from like a video game when you're not supposed to.
Clipping through the characters XD.
Exactly. Alright, and you know what? I need to add a little bit of dimension to the tongue, because why not? Go. Okay. There we go. Now to get all of those back on. Okay. Looks like we're actually just about done. And I'm honestly really happy that I got him finished up. So let's name these. So center fringe. Gotta go opposite, so right fringe, left fringe. Oh yeah. There's so many parts that have to be divided into. Side hair. Oh, and I'm gonna have to... Alright. Actually, let's get these
All the
divided
layers
up.
XD.
Let's get these divided up. And I forgot that this still needs to be colored in. actually fix that. Yeah. Okay, and now for you, need to get rid of the eyebrows. Then, gotta do it again. And let's get rid of the sides so that I can easily see the divide. And I need to separate the top lashes from the bottom lashes.
Put my phone on the charger for a bit while I left to do something, and apparently the stream decided to freeze for some reason.
That's weird. Alright. Alright, now we have the bottom lashes. Like that. Okay. Now we can
Also,
focus.
people keep calling me adorable and cute.
Well, you are.
Lies.
Do I really come off like a person that would lie about that, Zelda? Let me actually fix the square on both sides.
Yes, just to trick people into feeling better about themselves.
I mean, I would, but that also goes against my personal code because I don't like lying. So, congratulations, you just played yourself. Alrighty. I'm going to worry about like separating the rest of these. Actually, you know what? I want to double check how many layers I have left. Canvas info, dimensions, layers available too. So it's gonna take a little bit for me to separate these to turn this into a riggable model, but I am super happy and super satisfied with what I've done. Oh. Let's actually merge that. Actually, I should rename these.
I'm objectively the opposite of adorable and cute.
Nah.
If I was, I wouldn't feel this way.
Well, you are still cute in my book, Zelda. Actually, I'm curious to see how... doing it this way would look, having the arms a little bit closer in. Oh, that still looks great. Yes. Okay. I think I am satisfied. I'm just gonna need to, obviously, like, separate everything that needs to be separated.
Still not cute.
You are cute. Bap. Alright. Well, since we have that situated, I really do want to thank everyone that has actually hopped over and actually followed through tonight. You can bat me all you want, motherfucker. But I am still super excited for everything that has happened. I'm excited for the YCH. I'm excited for the new computer parts to come in. Just gotta be patient. And patience is not a virtue that I have. But I do want to give a massive thank you to everyone that has hopped over. Let's do a quick outro. So, for those that want to keep up with my stuff, feel free to check out my Twitter if you don't want to deal with the dumpster fire that is Twitter. You can also check out the Discord. Do know that, like my streams, the Discord is 18+. Do know that you have 10 minutes to verify that you have read the rules, otherwise you will be temporarily kicked out by one of the bots. That's there to help out against any hate raids and trolls. If you want to keep track of any archived VODs or anything of that nature, feel free to check out the YouTube. If you want to see all of my other socials, feel free to check out what used to be a link tree, now is a card. If you want to support me financially in any way, not only can you get commissions from me or send donations via Ko-fi, you can also check out my throne, where a lot of people have been buying me shit, such as the computer parts that I am waiting for. A massive thank you to everyone again that has helped out with that. I do not know how to thank you guys enough. Or you can also tip me through Stream Elements. There are a lot of ways for you to show your guys' support. I also highly request, if you have the spoons to spread the words on the seat.
From the Discord, LOL, he didn't hear about the time limit.
Oh no! Yokai, no! I mean, if Yokai is in the stream currently and is hearing this, you can come back. You can come back. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Let's get a raid message going, as I'm going to prepare also the versions.
LOL, I planned on it XD.
Oh, okay. Well, Yokai, you're more than open to hop back in the Discord. Let me send the link again, and be sure that you have read the rules. And then you should be more than good to go. Especially considering the YCH giveaway that's going on. Being in and sticking around in the Discord server will give you a second entry. So let's refresh on like the raid messages. So that is the version for folks that do not follow. Here is the version for followers coming up momentarily. And then here is the version coming up for subscribers. Now, let me check to see who is streaming at the moment, unless anyone has enough points for Guide the Raid. Let's see. Let's see. Trying to see who all we could raid out to at the moment. I think we might raid out to a friend who we haven't been able to raid out to in a while. She also promotes an 18+ community, and she's currently playing Overwatch 2. So let's go give Venus Dawn MTK some love. Let me give her a quick shout out before we head out. Please be sure to give Venus some love as we prepare to bring our community over to her. Do know that while this is the end of stream, this is not the end of our time together, as the Road to Dusk will always be open for another adventure. Please feel free to stick around tomorrow, as we'll be doing more art through this week. Please have a lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your time zone, as we say. Bye-bye!